yard haunt update. So today is Thursday, October 20th, and we are gearing up for our last week of haunt season. It's rather sad, it's overwhelming. I've got a lot to do in a short amount of time. Unfortunately, I've not been able to go get the stuff I need to make fencing, so we're probably rolling without fencing for the remainder of the season, but I will make some for next year. I also love that I haven't mowed my yard in almost 2 months, and I don't know if you can really see it. You can kind of see these tall weeds growing here. It's all over the place. Looks pretty cool as it's in like my, in quote, graveyard, and I have this extremely tall grass, but I just like to use that as one of my like creepy, I don't know, effects or something, just to make it look like it's more of authentic as far as a graveyard. I never mow this. Once I start putting all this stuff out here, I don't mow anymore, just because obviously all the cords laying everywhere and having to move tombstones. I did that my first year. That was terrible, because once you pull them up out of the ground, they are an absolute freaking disaster, because once you pull them up, they become loose when you put them back in there the second time. So usually you don't get them in there as good the second time around. But I have to come through here and leaf blow some more leaves.
No one will hear your cries.
Alright, man. We will start over here tonight. We have our witch up, and she is working. I don't know if I can get her to censor. There she goes. I know a lot of you have been concerned and have seen my post about the witch laying on the ground and all that stuff. She is absolutely fine. I just laid her down to make sure she didn't break, because obviously she's just on that one pole and she's very top heavy. So she was making a lot of creaky noises and all that stuff, and it didn't sound too good. So I went ahead and pulled her down just to make sure she didn't break. So she is good to go. She's all back up running. She's perfectly fine. Nothing is wrong with her. So thank God for that. But luckily I took some precaution and went ahead and laid her down. So next year I'm gonna have to move her either over there by the 12-foot skeleton, or up here in the corner of the house more, like right up against the house if she fits, or right in front of the flower bed. But then if I do that, I also lose my front porch space here, which is okay. But if I'm gonna continue with these massive props, I'm gonna have to figure out something to block the wind. Whether I build some real massive facade to block this off here, which is an option, and go from there. So next year I might have to do some big like plywood sheeting to make it look like my house extends, but then anchor in some 2x4s and stuff like that. That's an option we can try if I want to leave her there. But other than that, it's the only thing I added back tonight. I didn't add anything new. Hopefully Sunday we can put some more animatronics out. Tomorrow's Friday, so as soon as I get off work, I leave straight from work straight to the pro haunt, and we're gearing up for a sold out weekend there. So it's going to be hectic there. And Saturday we have a super early football game. My kid made playoffs, so we're gonna go to that super early in the morning, and then hopefully I can get some of this stuff out before I have to go back to the pro haunt. And then Sunday I'm going to our new haunted house that we opened this year. I say we as in the haunted house that I work at. We opened a new location in Cleveland, Ohio, called Nightmare Cleveland Haunted House. So I'm gonna go check that out Sunday night, and that should be interesting. I'm super excited to hear and see it It sounds amazing from everything I've seen and everything I've heard. So I just want to go experience it firsthand. So that's going to be really cool. So hopefully I can put some stuff out late Sunday night, because we're probably not going to get back till late. We're going at the first time slot at 7 p.m. So hopefully I can get back out here and add some stuff. If not, Monday and all next week I can get out here and just add stuff. But I'm definitely going to put out more animatronics next week, just because it's supposed to be really nice, no rain. So I'm not too worried about my nicer animatronics getting messed with. We have our scarecrow here as usual. Got our gravedigger that was just going off. Our headless horseman that was just going off. Miserable Marie. We have our old hag here. She keeps moving. I don't know what's up. She needs to be about right there for the light to hit her. She's just moving like crazy. Like I said, the wind has been horrendous. There we go, that's better. I just want the light to hit her face. And then we have our Grim Reaper here. I'm going to hammer him in the ground probably Saturday. I'll re-hammer him down so he's good. And then we're gonna move her, actually. We're gonna move her down there by the caretaker. We're gonna put the big grave digger here. And so he's gonna be reaching over top with his lantern over top of this pole. So that's gonna be a really cool look there. And then we're gonna add the lunging reaper, probably right here. I'm thinking about putting him there. And we're gonna add another one back there by the witch. It's probably my big headless horseman by my neighbor's driveway. Punctured Pete is gonna go where he normally does, back there, or right here. Either side of this tombstone he's gonna go. I usually try to keep him close to the candy bucket because the kids absolutely hate him, and I love it. Over here we're gonna put an animatronic. I haven't figured out which one I want to put here, but I've left this gap here for an animatronic, and I've also left a gap right there between the tombstones for another animatronic. So we're slowly getting ideas of what to do. We're not going to do anything else here. This is just its own little deal. The skeleton with the horse, I thought that was pretty cool. We have our werewolf here. I need to come through and put new batteries in him. All my pumpkins I need to put new batteries in. These guys look like they got at least 2 more days. We'll see how tomorrow goes. We're gonna put new batteries in those guys. And we're gonna put the old hag probably right here. Either right here or right on the end. On the other side here by this red light. We're gonna put her there or right here. So she will go there. Our gravedigger's gonna go where she is. And then for torture box woman, I want to put her right here in the corner. I never did get to build the box I wanted to put her in. I never did get around to doing that. So we're gonna figure something else out. I'm not real sure 100% what I'm gonna do, but I kind of want a torture box woman right here at the corner of the yard, and it would have made more sense had I had my fencing, because I could have put her right here in this corner, and then the fencing would have came down through here. But without the fencing, it's not a big deal. But I'm gonna put torture box woman right there front and center, going insane. So I got a lot of stakes to put in the ground to keep her in one spot, or she's gonna move all over the place. So I'm gonna run her right there. Like I said, I'm gonna put an animatronic right in there somewhere, probably facing this way, facing me as I'm standing here. And we still got, these gravestones. I've got a ton more to put out. I'm kind of waiting on that. Maybe this week I'll get to some more out here, hopefully. I gotta get some little stakes yet. And we still have our scarecrow and this whole little sacrificial spot. Not much is gonna happen here. We never did go get corn. I'm just not dealing with it this year. It's too late. I don't have time to sneak away to get it. And if I do, maybe next week. I don't know. My buddy's probably already chopped corn, as next week's the end of the month. So he said in the middle of the month he was going to chop corn, so he's probably already done. But we have this wide open space here. We're going to put animatronics here. Not sure which ones I'm going to put here yet. And we still obviously have our skeletons up here. And then we have all this open space through all the way through here, down behind the cars, and then over to my neighbors. So I'm thinking that this big grave digger here is going to go in that corner that I was just talking about. The lunging reaper is going to go right in front by the cemetery. And then I'll probably put the hauntress on the inside of the fence so she falls downward when the kids are walking by. I have this life-size zombie here. He's going to go out there. Not quite sure where yet. And I have this scarecrow, and I have this scarecrow. Obviously, this grave grabber is going to be in the cemetery. We have our Nightmare Before Christmas tombstone to go out there. Torture box woman, I showed you where she's going to go. Our clowns, I got to figure out where I'm going to put those guys. Our headless horseman, I said it's going to go out by my neighbor's driveway. The big witch, I got to find out where I'm going to put her. I'm going to put her with that cauldron. Then we have the animatronic I made. And Punctured Pete, obviously, there. This crazy lady from Lowe's. We got Demonic Dahlia back here. And, what's this guy's name? Life Sentence or something like that. He's going to go out there. Then I have this guy. He's obviously going to go somewhere in the graveyard. That's probably where I'm going to put him, either on the side by the sacrificial spot or in the empty spot I left open. We have our Cauldron Creeper. He's probably going to go right before the graveyard there in that empty spot close to the road. I'll probably put him right there. And we got Lord Raven. I'll probably put him down somewhere in the driveway area. And then same with like Dr. Illume. And maybe this guy, I'll set him in a chair or something so he's going off. Well, we got almost all these guys out there. And I'm pretty excited. This is going to be an extremely fun time. I'm like wildly excited about this. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff to do. This is a lot of work to put all this stuff together and put all these outside and get them all working. And it's just, it's a lot to do in a little amount of time. But it's fun. I enjoy it. So we got our one mannequin is done. And we got our other pumpkin guy back there. So we're going to put these guys out next week. And like I see my stack of tombstones back here. We're going to put those out next week. And probably some of these little skulls and bones and stuff I have. And we got some more graveyard zombie guys I can put out there. Our wolves, they're going to go out there next week. I'm not sure. I'll probably put one beside the graveyard and one down farther on the other side by the two skeletons hanging off the awning. But that is going to do it for today's update. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stay tuned because the big day is quickly approaching. Until tomorrow, happy haunting.